I am teaching you your first conga lesson, and don't worry, it's gonna be the easiest thing ever, because today we're gonna learn the first pattern that you are always gonna play no matter what song you're playing on a conga, and that is the marcha pattern. So we're gonna get into it and dive into it. It's not gonna be complicated, it's gonna be super easy. Let's go. Alright, so before we get started with the pattern, the one thing you have to learn is that the conga, this one right here, is the one that goes in the middle usually, and this is the one that carries all of the tuning around everybody else. So the marcha starts on this drum right here. Okay? And then obviously this is just a melodic influence, but this is the tumbadora, and this is where you interact with all these. So if you have 4 or 5 congas, it doesn't matter. You can play the marcha any way that you want, it's just a matter of orchestrating it. But for now, we're just gonna focus on this one. So here's the first part of the marcha. Everything is 8th note based. Here's the first part. You're gonna take the tip of your hand right here, la palma. This is called la palma right here. And you're gonna hit it right here. Just like that. After that, the fingers come down. Now I like to make a rocking motion sometimes because just it makes it easier, and sometimes the sound comes out better like that, but it doesn't really matter as long as you get that motion. Okay? So the third part of that is a slap on the fingers. Like that. So before we keep going, let me just go over the sounds of the conga. So you have the palma sound, you have the finger sound, you have the open sound, and then you have the slap sound. And then you have the open slap sound. It's used a lot during solos and stuff like that. And this is what the palma sound sounds like. And this is the finger. And then you have the bass sound. And then there's other stuff that you can do like overtones. So, palma, fingers, slap. Okay? After that, after you do that, the fingers lift up again for that secondary finger hit. So it goes 1 and 2 and. Right there. 1 and 2 and. See that? 1 and 2 and 3. So the fingers, once they hit, they kind of push the palma up for that third hit on 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and. And then you just repeat that motion. 1 and 2 and 3 and. And then the last 2 hits are open tones. So it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's pretty easy. That doesn't take a lot to do it, right? It's just a matter of you coordinating your hands to do that, because we're not used to doing that, right? So here's how it sounds when you play it full. So now let's add that second part of that phrase, which is adding the tumbadora into that melodic pattern. Now that you know that the marcha goes, now we are gonna add this other tumbadora section, which is really easy. And instead of going 1 and 2 and like that, the 2 kind of pivots into the conga tumbadora section here. So the end of 2 and then 3 is played on the tumbadora here. So it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it goes 1 and 2 and 3. And then once you hit 3, right, and 3, and this left hand has to play the fingers down here because it's the setup for 4 and. Okay? So here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that's the pattern. Pretty easy. So here we go. We're going to play it all together. And what I like to do usually when I'm playing this pattern is play one time through just the simple marcha pattern. And then the second time around, I just play the conga tumbadora section. So it goes like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that's how most songs that are played in salsa are in Latin jazz is played. It's just that pattern. But that is it for today's video. That is a very, very, very simple explanation on how to play the congas. It's like the most basic pattern ever. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment, let me know if you have any questions, and if you have any other suggestions on what other lessons I should do. That is it for today's video. Love you all, peace.